Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'll be looking at Void Rivals issue 13. Okay, so 13th issue of Void Rivals. We have the Cobra people on the front end, and we have a really cool starter opener with Godbless shouting down at the viewer. But I don't quite know what's going on with it. So it basically says like, oh, Cybertrons are a metal, they're a front to our thing. We do all this kind of stuff because we do organic stuff. They do um, metal stuff. But I don't quite know. I don't know if he's in space with them because I thought he was left behind, but maybe he's in space, or maybe there's some kind of sonic link or something, or what's going on here? Because she seems to be in this little web thing at the end of it, and she kind of like, so I think it's a psychic connection. Anyway, she hasn't found anything of interest, but she's going to this moon. She goes to this moon, which is devoid of life, but it looks like there's organic creatures in here, and the trail ends here, and they go and find these tracks, and off they go to find these tracks. Small vehicle launched from this site. I assume this is the moon where Jetfire was found by the Zutonians. Um, we're getting a lot of this, cutting around an awful lot in this one. So we go to the wasteland, Cup's left. She's going down to try and descend into Zertonia, or Zerta Major, or whatever it's called. And basically, Zerta Trion, there we go. And she's got a Handroid with him, and she's making her way down. Then we cut back to deep space, where we see the bounty hunter guy that basically says, "Oh, I'm kind of fed up with being with people. I like to just hang out here in my asteroid and just basically be left alone." And cause he's really on a kind of really sad trip, and it's like, okay, so there's little one page little bits of him. I don't know what's going to come of them. It kind of reminds me of Kite Man from the Tom King run. Um, Pup makes their way back to the capital with the other guy, and they start looking around. He kind of basically gets out and says he can only fly for as long as he keeps near the gravity where he can actually fly. Other than that, he can't fly. The big boss in Zertonia goes stomping off and goes to see the lass who's in charge of the secret organisation. The other hero is involved with, and it basically says, okay, um, they're talking about the reunification, and he talks to his dad, and his dad basically says, okay, you abandoned your duties, you become a pilot instead. But it's all about we've got to reunite the two groups. Oh no, if you reunite groups, that's it, we're all dead. We're all going to kill ourselves. Um, there's going to be Utah is going to be the end of this kind of end of Titania, which I think is going to transform into obviously a sort of unicorn stuffing. But then these lass here, she basically says everything you've been told about it being the end of civilization is a lie. And you need to learn the new ways because everything is basically been a complete fabrication. So they obviously know what's going on. Now I don't know if because that's interesting. Cause obviously the hero lady is part of that organization. So you thought if that was true, then she would be more receptive to meeting up right at the beginning of Void Rivals. So unless it's a secret, I don't know. But there's a lot of turn and fro in this one, and now we're kind of like dealing with like not just the hero characters. We're now dealing with the subsequent characters, the boss guys, and the other. And so we're all kind of like it's getting quite complicated. We've got like 5 different people where we're kind of keeping track of what's going on and who's going on and who's talking to who and who knows what and which one knows that Zerta Tryon is real. So yeah, um, I thought we were going to get Hot Rod show up in this one, but obviously I think that might be next issue, where he's actually going to hopefully try and rescue Cup. Um, but and Cobra look like going to obviously backtrack to following the original path, probably to Zertonia. Um, and then obviously we get the standard GI Joe little thing, which again still looks off. It still looks, I don't know if it's just the colours they chose or whatever, but the stuff without the black lines around it just makes it look almost like it's kind of like a magic eye picture or like a 3D thing. It's just like okay, it's not terrible, but it would be nice to kind of if that's not going to be the set kind of way it's going to look all the way through. Obviously that is next month, so we've got that to look forward to. Destro's finished, Scarlet's finished. Void Rivals, Transformers, GI That's really all we need. We don't really need anything else. We've got enough stuff going on at the minute, unless they do some kind of mega crossover where we might have a mini series or something out of it, which I would prefer if they did that. But we shall see. But yeah, Void Rivals continues to be pretty decent. Again, it's just a third group. I think with Cobra showing up, it's going to kind of tie a little bit more into the core stuff. We're going to see more of Transformers and G.I. Joe kind of reflect on this. But yeah, again, another decent issue. Kind of this one did feel more like a um, mid kind of like story info dump kind of thing where we have to kind of get all of our pieces in place for the next big story. But sometimes that's the way it works. You can't have a massive revelation or a massive kind of impacting story in each one. Sometimes you just got to kind of like just kind of reset the board to wherever it needs to be, and then when the next thing kicks off, it's all everything's set up to go. So anyway, not too bad at all. Well, that's it. Pretty much what I want to say about this one again. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very soon. Bye bye.